Hello, I'm Carrie Vanek, and I want to welcome you to Success for Your Child. Today we have with us Shihan Michael Pace. Shihan Pace is the President and Director of Operations of the Pace Institute of Karate, with a number of locations in northern New Jersey. He specializes in teaching character development and leadership skills to children. Welcome, Shihan, to our show today.
Well, thank you so much for having me and for your gracious introduction.
From reading your book, Shihan, it seems that you place a great deal of value in martial arts training beyond the obvious. I think that most parents see martial arts as a great activity or hobby, a way for their child to get physical exercise, learn self-defense, and have some fun. But you seem to think that it's so much more than that. Can you tell us why?
I think you're correct in assuming that many parents feel that martial arts training is just another sports activity that someone could participate in. Kind of like a season of baseball, soccer, or lacrosse. And in many cases this is true. There are some schools, however, like ours, that take it to a whole other level.
So how is that done?
While we do teach a comprehensive martial arts program, the real value for the children is in the character development, life skills, and leadership training that our programs are focused on.
Don't all martial arts schools do that?
Well, I think most of them claim to. But for most, it's really just lip service. Sure, their students may gain some confidence and discipline, because these are to some extent inherent byproducts of martial arts. The difference is, in our school, it's not a side benefit, but the major focus of what we do.
So how is this accomplished?
In addition to their regular martial arts training, we set aside a time in each class to work with the children, specifically in 12 critically important areas of personal development and leadership training. These valuable life skills are not taught in school, and for the most part, someone really doesn't learn these things unless they take a personal interest in them as an adult. We feel our students have a huge advantage over most children, not only now, but as they grow into adulthood.
Can you give me some examples of the things they are learning?
Absolutely. For one thing, we teach them how to develop and keep a positive mental attitude. PMA, as we call it. This is vital to the success of anyone, and the reason is simple. It's easy to stay positive when things are going right, but let's face it, in life sometimes things go astray. We have roadblocks and setbacks along the way. We teach the children that the bigger the goal and the longer it takes to accomplish it, the greater the opportunity and possibility is going to be for problems, setbacks, and what many would call failures. We teach that these things are part of life, and those who succeed learn how to overcome these obstacles. Another important life skill is self-discipline. It is what I believe to be the single biggest weakness we have in our society today. Those who can make a habit of doing the things they should do, when they should do them, already have an advantage in life. Self-discipline is a learned and practiced trait. We start with simple things like cleaning their room, making their bed, and doing their homework, all without being told. This prepares them for the more challenging disciplines they'll face later in life.
Can you tell us some of the other life skills that you teach?
Yes, we have modules on leadership, public speaking, habits and responsibility, decision making. We also teach them how to set goals and the importance of perseverance, so they learn how to work through the tough spots and continue to achieve.
You seem very passionate about your programs and about what you teach the children. May I ask, where do you get the information that you're providing to the kids?
When I first started my training over 40 years ago, I was fortunate enough to have an instructor who believed that personal development went hand in hand with physical development. He introduced me to a number of books which opened my eyes to the concept of personal life skills training. From there, I took it upon myself to immerse myself in books, audio and video tapes, and of course later CDs and DVDs that were produced by the leaders in the self-help industry. I also attended live seminars and workshops designed to help me become more valuable as an individual. And I continue this practice today. Much of the material that we teach the children has been handed down from the likes of Anthony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, and many others. I feel this is invaluable material that anyone who wants a head start in life should learn and study. And we immerse our young students in these concepts.
It makes sense that if you introduce these success principles at a young age and reinforce them, that it would become part of who they are. It is logical to me that this would in turn enhance and improve their self-esteem.
There's no doubt about it. We see the results of this training, and so do the parents, usually within a very short period of time. It stands to reason that if a child is educated in these principles, that in time, success becomes a habit. Their expectations increase as their confidence grows, and along with it, their self-esteem.
You know, Shihan, I hear more and more about Asperger's syndrome, ADD, and ADHD. Some of these children have significant attention and focus deficits. How can your programs help these kids?
Well, interestingly enough, many doctors and learning disabilities teachers actually recommend martial arts as one way to improve focus. We take things a step further and actually teach them how to focus. We call it the 4 rules of concentration. It's a simple exercise that we engage the children in to tap into their 3 major learning modalities, which of course are visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. This helps them remember the rules, and the repetition reinforces the concept. This one simple exercise alone can make a huge difference in the child's ability to focus and concentrate. It's a big help at school and, of course, in the martial arts classes as well.
We hear a lot about bullying becoming a huge problem in our society today. The peer pressure is enormous, and some children are living their lives in fear. What do your programs have to offer these children who are being bullied?
I think the perception many parents have when thinking about martial arts is that it's all about fighting. This will lead someone to believe that the industry's answer to the bullying problem is to create a better fighter. This way the children could fend off the bully. And of course this is not the answer. We teach children that fighting is always the very, very last resort. We help the child understand the bully mentality, and then we help them improve their confidence so that they have both the self-esteem and the techniques to outsmart the bully. We also teach what we call assertive behavior. Many times alone, this is enough to give the bully his props, as they say, but at the same time, let them know non-verbally that they don't have an easy victim in front of them. Most often bullies really don't want to fight. They just want someone who's easy to prey on.
Well, Shihan, it certainly seems that you have a lot to teach the children beyond kicking and punching. If you had to sum it up in a few sentences for parents, what would you offer them that would be most beneficial to them?
I would say that if you can find the right martial arts school, don't think of it as just another sports activity. It can be truly a life-changing event for your child.
Well, thank you so much for coming here today and enlightening us about the many hidden benefits of a professional martial arts school.
Well, it was my pleasure, and I hope our short time together will open parents' minds to the enormous benefits available through training in a professional martial arts school.
Well,
Thanks so much for having me.
Well, it's been great, and thank you for tuning in today. This is Carrie Bannock for Success for Your Child.